My reaction to Donald is shut up. Has he lost his mind? I mean, what is this guy talking about? Donald Cerrone? Who made you the person? Like, on what ground does he stand on to be able to say something like that to someone like me? He can tell me stuff. If he had a problem with the way that I performed, he could have told me in the back that day, DC, that wasn't a very good fight, man. I didn't like it. But to do it publicly, who are you? You know, are you the greatest fighter of all time? Are you the guy that went out there and got stopped in the first round by Anthony Pettis, got kicked in the side and fell down? Are you the guy that got dominated by the last guy in by Dos Anjos in the first round, where he just fell down? I've been nothing but a gentleman to that guy, and he just likes to talk. Maybe he was drinking a little bit. I don't know. But who is he to make that decision, you know, and so crass and rude about it? But that's the type of thing that's upsetting. You know, it's like, what are you doing? Who are you to say that you can say something like that? You beat a couple guys, and then all of a sudden you walk around with that stupid cowboy hat. I'll smack you upside your head with that cowboy hat. I'll actually have Khabib do it for me. I'll make Khabib smack him upside his head.
Especially,
especially under the circumstance with everything that's happened in Orlando and everything, to use that word in those terms, you know. And it's like, man, nobody's exempt from just being like, you have to have some class, man. You have to be okay, you know. You cannot just go around. Hey, Donald, this isn't the Wild Wild West where you can walk around with your stupid cowboy boots and your hat, spitting tobacco and just talking crazy. You have to have some respect and carry yourself with some class. And when I see him, he's gonna have some words to speak to me, because you don't disrespect me like that. At the end of the day, I'm a man, you know. And when I see him, we will have some words and we'll discuss it. I got to Vegas. I was excited, man. I saw my picture on the side of the T-Mobile Arena. The energy was great in the area. Everything was just fine. And then going to the presser and then going the way that it did, having our stare down, everything was just like, it was great, you know. So I was on this high. And then when I heard about Jon being pulled out of the fight, it was very disappointing and sad. And then they started talking about getting me a fight, and I was like, get me a fight, get me a fight, get me a fight. And then my mind starts to play with me, and I'm like, well, do I really want to fight someone different? I haven't prepared. Like, am I going to be okay? And then, so when I left Dana and them, we're going to try to get you another fight. So I'm like, okay, I'll go try to make weight. I went to the gym and worked out and did things that I normally do, but then, like, I was so stressed. Every time I'm hitting pads and I'm asking Bob Cook, I'm like, Bob, hear anything? Hear anything? Hear anything? And I finished working out, and I was like, wow, I haven't lost as much weight as I normally would lose in this weight cut. So then I'm stressing, and the weight's not coming off like I'm supposed to. Then all day long on Thursday, I still don't know, but I'm still having to manage and monitor my weight, make sure I don't get heavy. When in reality, when I lost Rashad off the fight and didn't know if I was going to fight Pat 10 days before, first thing I did was went and got some food and just ate. You know, but in this situation, I couldn't, because if I got a fight, I wouldn't have been able to make weight. So it made everything more difficult, man. The weight cut was hard. It was taxing. And then when I finally found out I was fighting Anderson, then I was like high again, you know. So it was crazy, man. It was crazy. And then I hadn't fought in 8 months, which is not very good for me. I don't fight. I fight often. I fought Jon, Rumble, and Alexander last year in a matter of 8 months. All in 8 months, I fought those guys from January to October. I hadn't fought in 8 months at all, so everything kind of felt foreign to me. It was weird. I don't want to be off that long again. You see, Dana always has this guy with him. His name is Elliot. He takes pictures and he does videos. And Elliot was there, but I didn't know he was filming because me and Dana were just sitting there. And Dana came in, and he couldn't tell me because there's protocol to how it happens when stuff like that happens. So he wouldn't tell me what's going on. So I'm like, man, what's going on? Like, seriously, what is happening? And he kept going back and forth because they were having to notify everybody before they could let me know. And so I'm just sitting there with this my stomach. I've got this empty pit, this feeling in the pit of my stomach. And finally he tells me, and I guess I don't know how he was filming it. I just didn't notice him because I was so focused on Dana. But it looks like he may have had the camera down. You know how sometimes you like hold when people are filming stuff, they put it down because the angle was very low. And I know for a fact he wasn't like squatting. So he might have just was holding the camera towards us when he got the footage. But that was exactly when I found out. I was trained for combat. You know, I was there to fight Jon Jones last weekend, and that was it. You know, so I asked if there was anything we could do. You know, and again, I didn't know anyone was filming that.
Right.
You know, if I knew that, you know, because I would never want to paint the organization in a light where people think that it's even possible that something like that could happen.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I just was asking for me talking to Dana as two men, you know. So I'm actually I'm in the sauna and we're listening to it, and he seemed very sad, you know, and I went back to my room before I did my final weight cut, and I actually watched it, you know, and I could see that he was heartbroken, you know. So it was very sad, man. It's sad to see somebody. I don't like seeing people hurt like that, and I could see that he was hurt, you know. So uh, I've been trying to. I try to do things for me, you know, things that feel better for me and for my mental and me as a human being and my spirit, you know. So I made sure that he knew that his apology is accepted, you know, and I do wish him the best in his journey. When everything comes out, we'll know better. But if
Okay.
it comes out that he was doing performance enhancers and he was obviously trying to cheat, you know, I mean, I can only be honest. You know, if I call it like it is, if it comes out that he was doing performance enhancers, then obviously he was trying to cheat. I don't know if it was because the OSP fight didn't go as he expected it to. I don't know. I don't know what it was that made him do whatever he did. If it comes out that he was doing performance enhancers, right now I'm gonna fight somebody else.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fight somebody else because I need a chance to reset. You know, for my mental and for my, again, for my mind, my heart, my spirit. You know, for me, because it does bring out an ugly side of me. You know, like I find myself not being me when I'm dealing with him, and it makes me ugly. So I'm gonna take some time and I'm gonna fight somebody different, you know, and live in my world and take care of what I can take care of. This fight has been scheduled 4 times, and
Mm.
we've competed once, you know. So uh, when the time is right, we'll fight again. But my focus is not on Jones anymore. It is on me and my reign as the champion and what I can do for the organization.